Hey guys, Marsingin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so yes, it has finally happened. Thanks to the new leader skill from these 10th anniversary LRs, we now have the ability to reach over 1,000,000 HP in the game, and there's a couple of different ways you can do it. I've seen a few different posts of different teams. There is a way to get higher HP than this. But it does involve using some units that I don't think are particularly good, like the Int Tree of Might Goku. So I played around with the team a little bit and managed to get on some units that are a bit better and still be above 1,000,000 HP. So we are going to take a quick run through the event here and see how we get on. I did not realise that the intros were on going into this, but there we go. So here we go. So we've got our team. Unfortunately, on the menu screen, you can check this on the map screen, but you can't go into the thing. So obviously for Goku with the new leader skill meta, he is giving 250% HP to characters that are Earth Protecting Heroes, Fused Fighters or Pure Saiyans, and then also belonging to Earthbred Fighters or Potara. And so that is essentially the entire team, right? Every single character on this team is an Earthbred Fighter or Potara character, and they are all Earth Defending Fighters, Fusion, or Fused Fighters or Pure Saiyans. So every single unit on the team getting the 250%. We got the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku on here. Obviously, everybody is Rainbow. If you start dropping out on dupes, then obviously you would have to put other units in the team instead. Funnily enough, if you filter these three categories for Goku's leader skill, and then you filter by HP, it is actually that Int Tree of Might Goku that has the highest amount of HP. But yeah, we got over 1,000,000 HP in the game. So that obviously is going to make a huge difference, because when it comes to taking these big super attacks, you know, we are now going to be in situations where we could see a character get hit with a super attack and take like 900k, and as long as we're on full health, we live, which is not a situation that we are used to seeing. Obviously, if we were to actually just take like straight up like 1,000,000 damage, then I guess technically as long as it was 1,000,000 even, we'd still have 1,712 HP left, so we would actually still live. But yeah, 1,000,000 HP is finally achievable in the game. So it's one of those things you got to wonder. We already saw a teaser, I guess, of the 10th anniversary power creep with these stages from the countdown. I talked about it in the Blue Zone videos, but like the two stages of the Gathering of the Super Warriors Blue Zone that we've had so far haven't been as difficult as these countdown Red Zone stages, in my opinion, especially when it comes to how hard the bosses hit. So we've already got a taste of what these later phases could be like in terms of bosses doing damage. So obviously being able to be at 1,000,000 HP is definitely very, very good. Obviously, you know, the best tanks in the game, the best defensive units are taking these big supers for negligible amounts of damage, but it just really makes a big difference. Like if you think, when we talk about some of these runs like the Heroes team, for example, where I try and force my way through these difficult events with the Heroes team, we've got like just over 500k HP. So if somebody takes a super and takes like 350k, that's like well over half my HP gone, and then that puts us in a dangerous situation. With this team, if somebody eats a super for 350k, which, I mean, considering how good most of the units on this team are, that isn't even necessarily going to be the case in a lot of situations. But if we do end up taking 350k damage, like that's like a third of our HP. So we are still well within a comfortable range. We could take a 350k damage super, then still get hit by like a 500k damage super and still live. Like Trunks getting hit there for 180k, it's not ideal, but we still have over 800k. We still have more HP than some teams, like even towards the end of last year, like running the Glorio team with Boos or with Gohans, running the Boo Saga team with Tech Gotenks, we're still only looking at around 800k odd HP. So even after taking that big super attack, we still have more HP than we would have had with some of the previous meta teams, which is honestly kind of wild. I guess you should go in slot 1 because you stack, right? Whereas the Super Saiyan 3 Goku doesn't. These animated sprites, man, are so cool. I can't wait until they add more into the game. It is very interesting, though. I hadn't noticed because Vegeta is the only one of the new characters that I actually got. I obviously beat that mission straight away without realizing it was a thing. But they added the missions for using each of the character types that have these new animated sprites. But the Blue Evolution Vegeta one only works with the new one. Apparently the Int one doesn't have it. So unfortunately, it means if you don't pull the new Vegeta, you can't beat that mission, which is kind of stupid. I mean, maybe they will. I mean, I guess at some point they're going to be adding animations for all the characters, but that one is specifically for him. So it's a bit weird. Goku stayed on rotation last time, didn't he? So I probably need to float you off. What's your defense? 300k. Yeah, annoyingly, we probably kind of want Goku in slot 1 on this turn, though, really, don't we? Because we kind of want him to take some hits as well. So yeah, I guess we'll do this. We'll let Goku slot 1 here. I'll have to just float off the Super Saiyan 3 Goku on the next turn, I guess. And then, yeah, we'll do this. But yeah, it's kind of funny, like, in Super Saiyan 4 Goku gets a little bit of a comeback with this new Goku because he gives allies so much extra defense and damage reduction once he's transformed into Super Saiyan 4. And then obviously he has the turn as the Giant Ape as well, which can be really good for like the team protection ability. Because imagine, like, you know, think of an event like Goku and Frieza. If you save that Golden Great Ape turn until you get to Goku and Frieza, the Great Ape potentially can... I don't actually know how much damage the Great Ape does at Rainbow. I tried out the 55% friend for that showcase video that I did, and that was with me only having a 200% lead. So under the proper full leader skill, I imagine he can do damage. But even if he doesn't, you get the team protector ability, then Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes out, and that will definitely be very, very fun. I can imagine that these the new teams will just absolutely dominate all of the events that were the previous meta of difficult content. I might have to do that as a video, just using the new units and their teams to destroy like all of the oldest difficult events. Because yeah, these new teams are absolutely crazy. And the new leader skill, that's the thing, everybody's getting, you know, we're used to running some of these big characters, some of the best units in the game on their 200% lead teams. And now, as long as they fit under these new leader skills, in terms of attack and defense, they're getting 220%. So we're going to see some bigger numbers from some of these really powerful LRs. Like Tech Gotenks, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Carnival Gotenks, is going to be feasting on this team with the new Vegito. So yeah, these teams are absolutely just crazy now, and the fact that we can get over 1 million defense, it's absolutely wild. So we'll get you floated off here. Let's switch to Vegeta so we can get some defensive stacks here, and then get the Goku floated off so we can get him over onto the other rotation, and then we will think about transforming him. So tons of extra key from AGL orbs, and then we should be all good here in slot 1. The interesting thing is, I wonder if we ever get, like, if we start to get some events, because obviously these new units are so powerful, even the events that were a little bit longer are not going to be as long now. If we get an event that really does go on for, like, a really long duration, because, like, obviously you kind of want to swap, I feel like you want to switch to Vegeta, so you get a slot 1 unit, you can get some defensive stacks, but then, like, on the next turn, switch back to Goku, and instead of fusing straight away, because the event's quite long, and it's not going to end quickly, because Vegito kind of makes events end very quickly. Switch back to Goku and get some attack stacks, and then when you switch to Vegito, like, he would be doing such insane damage. Yeah, certainly very interesting, but the event would have to be quite long in order to do that, because you can't even start exchanging until you get to turn 5. I suppose you could just keep him as Goku the whole time, because Vegito is probably strong enough defensively that you don't really need to worry too much about getting the defense stacks with Vegeta. But so what are you at now? 563k. Second turn is always a little bit better for the Goku anyway, so let's do that. Let's get the switch here. Do I want to use... I should have... If I was going to do it, I should have done it already, but I won't use the family Kamehameha here. I just put Gohan on the team because he's another one of the units that fits on the team that has good HP and is a strong LR. But, like, some of the team builds that I've seen with the million HP don't have him on there because, like I say, they're using these units like Int Tree of Might Goku, the Int third year Vegito, who obviously now that the temporary buff has run out is not really good to run in the difficult content. Whereas this team is actually going to be able to handle the difficult content and has a million HP. Like, think about full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku here, taking over 400k from that super in slot 1. Not great when your team only has like 700 to 800k HP. But when you've got a million and that's not even half your health, like we're still at 41% HP after taking a 450k hit in slot 1. Like, that is pretty crazy. So absolutely crushing it with this team here. Gohan should do some decent damage, and then we'll be in a good spot here because we get to finish off Ginyu, and then we have the Super Saiyan 3 Goku turn. Annoyingly, the Frieza with the locking and disabling dodge is a pain, but should be easy enough to get through with this team. Obviously, all the units are rainbow for this build as well, which does help for the stats. Any number of the units on the team, you start missing out like 1 or 2 dupes, and obviously it's going to be a bit harder to hit the mill, and then you have to start using the slightly higher HP characters who aren't as good. But this works out quite nicely for the timing. We can go ahead and get the Vegito fusion. So let's turn this off here quickly and just fuse with STR Vegito. Get a full heal, and then the Scouter. So slot 1, I guess we get a stack with you. Key is really bad on this turn though, which is unfortunate. Get a stack with you, and then yeah, there you go. You can get your 18 key off of just the 1 red orb, and then give that to you. Trunks shouldn't need to worry about even getting hit at this point, because Ginyu should be dead before we've actually finished with all the attacks for the turn. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if STR Vegito finishes them off either with the supers or the counters. But yeah, Vegeta should eat all of this pretty nicely in slot 1 here. Ginyu does hit quite hard, but not against Vegeta. Double digit damage, let's go. And then 11 million for STR Vegito. I mean, even this unit, right, they can still be a little bit risky when they're in their base, but if you can hide them in some slots where they're not taking a huge amount of attacks, and then they get some decent stacks. Vegito fusing gives you the Scouter. Obviously, Tech Vegito fusing gives you the Scouter as well, but STR Vegito's one lasts for 10 turns. And there he is, just, you know, crushing Ginyu's HP bar with those counters. So Sword of Hope Trunks should be able to finish him off here. And there we go. So this is where things are going to get interesting / spicy. So, okay, the rotation is not how I would want it with Goku locked in slot 1, but that doesn't matter because we are going to be able to get a whole bunch of funny business going on here. So let's get the animation back on here for Goku's transformation and transform into a golden great ape, and then we can get our 1 turn here of just smashing out these super attacks. Now, hopefully, once we come out of the great ape form, the rotation won't change, but the lock should hopefully change. And ideally, he locks Vegeta in slot 3, because then I can go ahead and put full power Goku in slot 1, exchange him into Oob, and then we should be all good. The animated sprite for the Azaru is hilarious. It covers, like, it's just covering like the entire orb field practically. It's like, bro, I need to see my orbs. Alright, so golden great ape Goku. Gonna dish out some damage here. So what attack stats is he doing? 14 mil on the 12 key. Okay, yeah, so the golden great ape Goku, at least at Rainbow, is absolutely going to be able to damage Goku and Frieza. So that's definitely very good, at least on the 18 key. The 14 mil, I think he needs to... Actually, no, is it AGL units need a 10 mil with a crit, or is it, do they still need 15? But the great golden Azaru gets guaranteed crits anyway, so... So yeah, he should be dealing damage to Goku and Frieza. Like I said earlier, even if he doesn't actually do damage to him, it doesn't really matter, because you're still getting that like team protection thing. And then, of course, you transform into Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and he is an absolute beast. So... And there he is, in all of his glory, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. The animation's so good. It's just so crazy. Like any of this stuff that's from GT or like older Z, where the animation was obviously quite old because it's an older series, like it just looks so much better in the game. It's hilarious. Although, did he actually? Yeah, did he just not super while we were? Did he just not super? Okay. So actually, how well is Goku gonna do here? So he's giving everyone 10% damage reduction, including himself, and he's got guard. He only has the 10% damage reduction, so it's probably not actually looking all that good for him here. When we go into the standby, does Oob gives defensive support, doesn't he? I'm still getting lost on the new like overlay. Double check this, man. What are we doing? Yeah, 70% extra defense. So maybe, I guess we just, if we can't, because the rotations are locked, I guess we just do this. Although, that does mean you lose Saiyan Raw, which is giving a decent amount of defense. Alright, let's grab these. We might be in for some trouble here, but let me bring up this Frieza's stats while we're letting this play out. Where are we looking? Goku story, Namek Saga. He supers for 1.8 million. So I'm actually not sure. Do we live this? What's his defense now? 415k. He's got guard and he's got 10% damage reduction. But we do have 1 million health. So do we live this? I actually don't know. We're going to find out. So let's do that. And then on the off chance we do survive up to this point in the turn, let's do what I was saying and get Goku to get an attack in here so we get some extra ki. Oh no, we're taking damage from normals. That's not good. This time you might die. Oh no, 558k, which again, when you've got this much HP on the team, we can manage that. And then on the next turn, we're just going to fuse with the Tech Vegito and get a full heal anyway. So I do love that super attack animation. The fact that it just starts off with the tower and then it's like him smashing them out through the side of the building. It's so good. Take up that defensive stance. I mean, yeah, the fact that Goku's giving everyone else all this extra defense and damage reduction, like Oob, as long as you can pick up a decent amount of orbs with him on the turn, is basically invincible, which is pretty good. Obviously, in a situation where you don't have rotation locking, you just throw him in slot 1 and he just eats all of that for breakfast. So yeah, Goku getting some more stacks here for our attack. But I mean, I guess to be fair, this is probably not the one that we're going to exchange into Vegito anyway, right? So it kind of doesn't really matter. But nice, gets that extra additional in there to finish him off. And then we get to Frieza. I mean, you can see this team just absolutely crushing the opposition because we've got both Vegitos here now as well. So we can go ahead and do this. Fuse into Vegito. The animation's just so good. I mean, if we really want to go ham, we just do the active skill here. So he's got 1.4 million defense on this turn. Because remember, Goku buffs the allies with his super attack for 2 turns. Have we got every link active with STR Vegito? Okay, so he has Golden Warrior and he has Kamehameha. Okay. Actually, how do you not have the Kamehameha link? That's your Ultra Super. That's weird. So they gave him Golden Warrior and not Kamehameha, despite the fact he does the Kamehameha. Interesting. I mean, do we just use it and try and one turn Frieza here? I mean, bearing in mind we're going to get 300% defense if we use the active skill, which is kind of nuts. So yeah, let's do it. We're not even going to get to see full power in Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but suffering from success, I guess. But yeah, Vegito is just absolutely cracked. It's exactly like the Amatsu said in that stream, right? He's a limited turn fusion because it would be difficult to balance the game. If you just fused and then that was it, he was just out for the rest of the game. Like, events would just have to be so much more difficult. I mean, because even now, like, he just crushes everything. So now all attacks are going to go to him. He has 5.7 million defense. And he has guard and 60% damage reduction. Hello? Like, that's ridiculous. So we'll do this. Obviously, we've still got our million HP as well. So we'll do that, and then we'll do this. So bear in mind, every non-super attack is going to get countered as well. Every time he gets hit, we get 10% attack within the turn. It's the active skill turn, so every single attack is a crit, which means all the counters are crits. I'm really intrigued to see how much this does, because Frieza Super does 2.1 million and crits, so it does over 3 million damage. But crit ignores a certain amount of defense, so... Damn, he takes double-digit damage. There are very few units in the game right now that will take double-digit damage from that Frieza Super attack, considering it is a crit. And even, like I say, even if it wasn't critting, it does 2.1 million. But yeah, Vegito over 5 million defense on this turn. Absolutely busted. Like, he hasn't even attacked yet, and Full Power Frieza's lost half of his HP from all these counters. All this attack build up as well. His Ultra Super here is going to hit like an absolute freight train. We're already up to 6.1 counters. 25 million, jeez. Because remember, that's not that high in the grand scheme of things when you've got units like Tech Broly and Physical Angel Vegeta hitting like 50 mils. But Vegito's not about hitting that one big attack stat, right? It's all the damage that he does with the counters and everything else, and still getting a 25 million with a guaranteed crit. And we end on 99% HP, which is still over 1 million HP. So there you go. The over 1 million HP team is real. Dokkan, we have now reached a new peak, and the team is actually crazy as well. We're not using, I say, any units that could be a letdown. Obviously, Int Goku in certain situations can be awkward. And then, of course, like, Sword of Hope Trunks could be awkward in certain situations as well. But, like, you've got so much HP to back it up that even if you are taking, like, a 600k super, you've still got plenty of HP left. Goku, when he transforms, the new one, obviously, if you're at 44% or less HP at the start of the turn, he heals 44%. And when you have 1 million HP... that means 440k HP or less at the start of the turn. He then heals you 440k, which is wild. So let me know what you guys think down below. Are you able to make a team that breaks 1 million HP? If so, let me know the build down below in the comment section. But yeah, absolutely crazy. I am one multi away from finishing another 3+1. So I'll get another multi and then a free one on the Tech Vegito banner. And then I'm just going to have to call it quits. Hopefully top grossing stones will come in clutch, because then I need to save, otherwise I'll have no stones for part 2. So let me know how you guys got on, and yeah, let me know if you can build the 1 million HP team down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.